Hey y'all. So it is my youngest birthday, or will be her birthday tomorrow, and she wants a cake. But I don't feel like baking. So I have seen a lot of like real bakers or like YouTube bakers, like baker influencers, just get a cake from the grocery store, scrape that stuff off, and then redecorate the cake. My local grocery store is Kroger. Kroger has really good cakes, and so I was like, so hold on, Bug. So what I am about to do, those are 3 cakes, $5 a piece. I'm going to scrape the frosting off of those. I've got my butter, my shortening, my powdered sugar, all of that to make the frosting. You want to come show them your pics? She wants a pineapple and flamingo theme. Let's see if we can get them to focus. There we go. So we got some, these are technically cupcake toppers, but we're going to use them to decorate the cake. And I've got some wafer cookies that I actually can't eat because I'm allergic. So I won't be eating any pieces of cake that have those on them. But I got those, and I got those, I got these. And I had something else. I had something else, but Zoe Bug didn't like them. See, these little coconut, like little circle cookie type things, but Zoe didn't like them, so we're not going to put those on the cake. And I got some little sprinkles, and
we got my big 9.
And we've got a big 9 because she's turning 9. We got a big 9, and so we're gonna make it happen. Come here, you're almost tall enough. All right, let's get into it. So what you're seeing here now is me opening the cakes and scraping off all of that existing frosting. There is like a little cardboard piece underneath the bottom of the cake, so it's not just resting on my bare hands, but of course I did wash my hands first. This chocolate one, the chocolate cake was a freaking headache. That frosting was so messy. It was sticking to everything. The cake was so crumbly. Like it was just a lot happening, but I managed to make it happen. And yes, I do realize the mistake that I'm making here. I'm stacking these cakes without any frosting in between. I have not made my frosting yet at this point, but I do go back and correct that later. But once I'm done, I got a nice little amount of cake going on. All right, so this is what we've got so far. I did it off camera, but I put some skewers in here to keep it nice and solid and upright. This chocolate cake was really messy, really messy, but we're gonna see how this goes. I'm about to go ahead and make my buttercream frosting. So for this frosting, I wish that I could tell you that I had some really great recipe or something like that, but it is honestly just vibes. You see me put 2 sticks of butter in there, some vanilla, some real vanilla extract, some salt. Then I'm going to add a hunk of shortening. That helps it keep the texture and all of that. Gonna mix that up really, really good before I start adding my powdered sugar. I'm gonna fold that powdered sugar in just with a normal spoon first, just because if you don't, it's gonna go flying everywhere. It does still get a little out of control anyway. But I mix that up, mix it in really good with the spoon, and then I go in with my mixer to just get everything incorporated really, really good and get that texture going on. Then you can taste it, see if you need to add some more vanilla, see if you need to add a little more salt. I am going to end up at some point I add another stick of butter. There it is. I add another stick of butter, add some more powdered sugar just so that I'm trying to make sure that I have enough frosting and that it tastes really good like it needs to. There's nothing low fat about this. There's nothing healthy about this. That is why I only do this for birthdays. Now, why y'all let me stack these cakes without putting any frosting between them layers? Why y'all let me do that? I really did not realize the mistake until I was making my frosting and I looked down at the cake and it was like, that's why I should have made the frosting first. It's fine. I'm going to unstack them, put some frosting and some sprinkles between the layers, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So right now I'm taking the skewers out and then I am unstacking so that I can do what I should have done in the first place, which is put some frosting between those layers. And then I'm going to put some little sprinkles that I actually, upon further thought, do not like because they were like a little like crunchy or whatever. But anyway, it looked cute. It was fine. It looked cute. So once I get all the layers restacked, I put my skewers in again so that I can go ahead and do the crumb coating layer of frosting on this cake. And it was definitely necessary because, like I said, that chocolate cake, that was a mess. There's chocolate cake just all over the place because that cake was so crumbly. Really good cake, really good, like wonderful to eat, not so much to frost. Not so much to frost at all, but I worked it out, got it done, and then popped this in the refrigerator. I'm tired. I'm tired, but the cake is here. Can y'all see it? There we go. She right there. I'm about to go ahead and do this frosting, and like while off camera, I colored some pink and I colored a little bit of yellow. I don't have a ton of frosting left. I really did not want to make any more. So I'm gonna work with what I got. I'm gonna work with what I got and we're gonna work it out and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So first things first, I had to do another layer of white on top of the crumb coating just to kind of make sure that everything was nice and neat, and just that I was starting with a good base layer for this effect that I wanted to do. I actually had Zoe look at cakes online to let me know what she wanted, and what she chose was this effect called a watercolor effect. So that is what I had to try to attempt. And with my little pink and yellow frosting, what you do is you put the little dabs of the colors here and there, and then you go through with your flat spatula and you turn your turntable and boom, you have a watercolor effect, basically. After that, we went through with the other little decoration pieces, the cookies, the little wafers that I cut into four. I don't know why my camera changed focus right here. But anyway, got all of that done. And then Zoe came along to put her other little pieces on there. And I had to have her take some of that off. Here is a picture of what the cake looked like without all the candles. And here is a picture of what it looked like cut open. I dropped it. Not the whole cake, just that piece, the piece of cake. I dropped it, and that's why it looks like a little messy, but the cake was really good. You coming, babe? Zoba, I don't think it's a good idea for us to light it with these on there. What? They might catch on fire.
Move up. You can take these off for while we're lighting up. Yeah. Then we can put them back on.
We don't need to put them back on. Why would we put them back on?
You can't put them on the sides.
All right. Hit the light, Izzy.
That one's so. The last one you did is so tiny.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Let me make sure it's recording. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday